major changes are coming to Hypixel Skyblock that will shake up the game. And we're going to go over everything you need to know to be successful when this update drops. So we'll briefly go over everything we'll be covering in this video. So start off with the minister system, which is basically a system where an additional, what would we call this, buff is added to the winning mayor. We'll go over the fourth perk system, which is pretty self-explanatory, as you can see, which is fourth perk is added to the mayor, which you can see is kind of rare. We'll go over each mayor's individual specific new perk and all their changes and revamps. And we will go over the campaign poster, which is a checklist of things you can complete on the alpha right now to get certain in-game rewards once the update drops to the main server, which I would recommend doing because there's no harm in it, and the campaign poster will probably likely be upwards of 20 to within like 20 to 10 mil eventually. You know, if you're running low on money, you can always sell your campaign poster for some quick coins. Okay, now to get into more detail. With the minister system, every mayor will have a chosen minister perk. You can see here, every mayor has a chosen minister perk at the beginning of the election, and if they become minister, meaning they got second or runner-up in the election, this minister perk is active while the mayor, aka the winner, is currently running, like in office. Special mayors cannot have ministers, so if it's Scorpius, Derpy, or Jerry, there will be no ministers during that time frame, and ministers will not show up in the election after they elected. So I think this is probably one of the most important pieces of that. So if a minister has 3 perks, I think, or 2 perks, I would say it would possibly be better off not electing them as minister or not voting for them at all, because you risk the chance of losing this mayor as a 3 perk or a 4 perk mayor, which would kind of be a little annoying depending on whatever mayor it is. Yep, and unlike mayors, ministers will keep their perks when they do show up again and can still roll for additional perks. So I think that's a pretty interesting little note right there. Let's get into the fourth perks. So almost all the new mayors, or almost all the mayors currently, have a fourth perk that we have not seen before, so it'll be completely new to the game. And these perks will help out, as you see here, the less popular mayors become more readily available to be elected. So you can see here the chances of the new number of perks here. Current number of perks, 1 will receive, they have a 50% chance to receive 2. This went up 5%. Current number of perks, 2 will have a 50% chance to have 3 new perks, and this also went up 5%. And this is the new change here. A mayor with 3 perks has a chance to have their 4th perk on the next election, and this is a 8% chance. So it would be pretty rare for you to get a 4 perk mayor, and I think that they will most likely win the election without competition, unless this 4th perk isn't very good and there's a better 3 perk in office. Yeah, so the special mayors don't have any, they don't plan on releasing 4th perk for the special mayors. I think that's reasonable because the special mayors have their own little twist to them, and they have their own little buffs and benefits for each of them. Aatrox and Paul's new 4th perk are Aatrox and Paul fail to hand in their new campaign plans in time. Aatrox can't read, okay? And Paul has no Abby phone. Alright, I think this is part of the lore or something. And so I think this is a little hint, or a little what's the word how could use here? A little tease to that their perk will not be spoiled. Election votes are now hidden. I personally like this change because I think it's a good change for the way it works. You can't be, your opinion won't be altered by other people. But so now when you vote, you don't see the public's opinion, so it's your vote alone. You act on your own, like, will, you could say, and you're not swayed by the current leaders. I think this is a good change. We have 100, so you guys are preferring for the votes to be public, so they can strategize the vote for a minister, and we'll see how everything. So, I get this part, but I feel like they could implement something where the minister is shown, what the current minister is, but not the winner. I think that would be interesting. But at that point, I feel like everybody could guess who the winner is. But yeah, okay, let's get into each mayor's perk. For Marina's first perk, Double Trouble. Every 1% sea creature chance, gain a 0.1% chance to double hook a sea creature. I think that's interesting. You know, it's a fourth perk, so it doesn't necessarily have to be something crazy to fishing, but I think that's a little nice bonus. So with a 10% sea creature chance, which is pretty light, you'll get a 1% chance to double hook. And I feel like majority of the above average fishers have above 100 sea creature chance, or around 90, which would be 10 to 9% chance to double hook, which would be, I think, is pretty insane for would be rates in rare fish such as Grim Reapers and Sharks. Will their prices may go down to the increase in their drops. Okay, it's now a stat. And the giant fishing rod and double hook attributes have been changed to reflect this. Diana has received a big change, and EXP sharing is now completely revamped, and you're able to put 3 EXP shares on active pets at once. And the rates have increased to 10%, so I think that's a little nice change that allows the average player to level more than one pet that's not equipped at a time. So I think it's a nice little change there. And it's also affected by taming level. I think that's really interesting. So your taming level affects the percentage of your EXP share. So I think that's a little incentive to max your taming. EXP share indicators, active slots green. So I think that's what it's showing here. Empty slots are yellow, but have no pets, and inactive slots are red, slots that are currently disabled. So I think you could toggle if you want to EXP share or not. Slots there. Yeah, I think that's what this is saying. Sneak to left, toggle left clicks. It's interesting little change there. And you can favorite pets now. So I think that puts them to the top of the menu. Yep, the front of the pets menu. So that's a nice little change. So it's like quality of life change right there. I think that's pretty interesting and pretty beneficial for the average player. For Finnegan has now Fine Flower is one of his perks. So I believe this is a new item. Yeah, so you have to bring these fine flowers to Finnegan. Oh, let me open that. And I believe this is a talisman. Yes, a talisman that will be buffed depending on the amount of flower it receives. New items are Stinky Cheese Douce Pluie, de Stinky Cheese Potion, Brown Bandana, and the Pest Belt. The Pest Belt being the best out of the 3, with the Brown Bandana being the second best, it appears. This is interesting. The Brown Bandana has to do with Bestiary and gains Pest Chance, which would probably help grinding for Bestiary as you do this. So it probably both buff each other as it goes up. And the Pest Belt, allows pests to spawn faster, and the Stinky Cheese Potion gives you Pest Chance, which would also allow you to spawn pests faster. For Mayor Cole, there's a new item called the Sapphire Cloak, which gives you 30 mining speed, 10 mining fortune. It's 1 of 4, which I think is great because they didn't have a set mining set for like each equipment piece. It was a bunch of like spread out random pieces. So I think it's pretty cool that there's now a mining equipment set that has the whole set, all four. So they changed here. What is this? Five mining fiestas per coal. I think that's huge. They each last 7 days each, so I think that's gonna bring a lot of money into the economy. So prices of gemstones may go down a lot. So I'm not sure how you guys want to handle that information, but gemstone prices may change drastically, or they may stay around the same. I'm not sure, but forge times have decreased by 25%. So that's pretty helpful for especially Ironman, and I would say that they probably needed to add this change because they added the things like glossy gemstones, and refined minerals have been revamped to where they're used in more crafts now. So the forge decrease in the forge buff, you could say, was probably needed to counteract the changes in the items. Okay, for the mithril equipment, the first piece is to forge it. You need Heart of the Mountain 2. The titanium equipment, Heart of the Mountain 3. Gemstone equipment, Heart of the Mountain 4. Devon's powder coating, Heart M7. Gleaming crystal reforged stone, Heart M4. Glossy mineral armor, which is an upgrade to the normal mineral armor, and has no crafting requirement. And the glossy mineral talisman, which also has no crafting requirement, is an upgrade to the mineral talisman. So I think Cole is going to be even hotter as a candidate than he was, and he's going to be picked even more with even less perks, in my opinion. Foxy got a whole new revamp, and as you can see, it's a lot to go over for Foxy. A lot to go over with Foxy. So Foxy brought along the carnival with her, and we can see here updated perks. Sweet benevolence. Sorry, has a 30% increase to drop in candy. A new perk, a time for giving, which party chests and party gifts can be obtained during this event. This is the carnival event. So this perk, when this perk is active, you're able to obtain these things. New perk, chivalrous carnival. Schedules a carnival in the hub, active throughout the entire year, which I was just referring to. Party time and party chests and party gifts drop rewards such as the snowman mask. What else do we have here? Carnival necklace, which has a 1% drop rate. Carnival belt, 1%. Vampire mask, 1%. Carnival top hat, 0.4%. Carnival ticket, 20%. And trick or treat chest item, which is a 75% chance. And they all have a weight system, with all of them being 5, other than carnival ticket, which is 100, and trick or treat chest items having a 363 weight. The party gifts are earned by killing winter sea creatures on the Jerry Island, which would bring more people to the island, and things like rain drakes, more gifts, more everything. So gifts they might decrease in price. Again, don't take this for fact, but I doubt the price will change. So 2% from a common winter sea creature, 5% from uncommon, 10% from rare, 20% from epic, and 40% from legendary sea creatures. So the gifts are probably going to be not too common. It doesn't seem here like you're going to be getting them super fast, but they're not also incredibly rare. They're also, as you can see here, subject to change, so don't take this for fact. This may change in the future. And the rain drakes do not drop any party gifts while the event is active, but they may change this. Okay. More party gifts drop table. This was the party chest. Now we're on the party gifts. Carnival gloves with a 0.7. Carnival cloak with a 0.7. Snowman mask with a 0.7. Carnival top hat with a 0.2. Carnival tickets with a 1.2. And red gifts items with a 96%. So this is probably going to bring more things like the more super special gifts into the thing, and golden gifts. So the talisman may decrease in price due to the influx in items. So the carnival gloves through the snowman mask all have 15 weight. The carnival top hat has 5. The carnival ticket has 25 weight, and the red gift items have 2,000. Yes, 2,060 weight. And they buff the trick or treat chests and the red gifts respectively, each on their own separate stats. So I feel like that's a not needed change. I think the trick or treat chests were perfectly fine the way they were, and the red gifts, I think they needed a buff. On the carnival tickets, this is how you participate in the game. They have 3 games within. Each day, a carnival leader will give you 25 tickets for free, just for talking to him. And there's an entrance where you enter to start the event. And you could also earn tickets by participating in certain events on the calendar, such as Jacob's farming contest, spooky contest, and fishing contest. As we can see here, Jacob's farming contest with a diamond, you earn 3 tickets. Gold and platinum, you earn 2. Silver and bronze, you earn 1. In the spooky, top 50 earns 50 carnival tickets. So this is going to be super contested. I think even more people are going to be doing spooky now than they were, or at least sweating it to try to get even higher rewards with it. So I think that's pretty big there. Emerald brackets gets 35. Diamond gets 25. Diamond bracket I don't think was very difficult. I may be mistaken though, so tickets might not be too difficult to reach. Spooky might be the main method. Gold bracket gets 20. Iron bracket gets 15. Stone bracket gets 10. And wood bracket gets 5 carnival tickets. For the fishing festival, there's a 0.1 drop rate from nurse sharks, a 0.15 from blue sharks, a 0.25 from tiger sharks, and a 0.5 from great white sharks, all dropping 1 ticket each. In the party chest and party gifts, there's a 20.83 from the party chest and 1.2 from the party gifts. And I believe the party gifts, the 1.2 makes sense due to the 96% chance. So I think you'll be dropping more from the party gifts overall, but I'm not sure if the math checks out on that. For the carnival games, they last the whole duration of Foxy. So for the first one, there's fruit digging, which you have to dig up 10 fruit from the sandpit and earn a high score, and each fruit gives a different respective amount of points, and they have unique effects to alter the amount of points you're receiving. Catch a fish is the second one, where you catch a fish, and that's the whole objective. You catch as many as you can before the timer runs out, and there's different type of fish, again, different types of fruit, different type of fish. They earn different points. Some are harder to catch than others. Zombie shootout, using this new item, the carnival dart tube. Kill as many zombies as you can before the timer runs out. The higher tier zombies earn more rewards, so all 3 events run off of a point system where higher quality earns higher reward, but the higher quality is either harder to kill, harder to find, or harder to obtain. Redstone lamps light up as you do this, so make sure to shoot them. You get bonus points. And there's no Skyblock XP to be earned from any of these. For the carnival shop, I'm not going to go too far into detail with these, but you could get the candy scavenger 1 through 5, spooky hook 1 through 5, purple vogue 1 through 3, trick or treat enthusiast 1 through 2, and I'll go through them quickly. For candy scavenger, you gain more candy based on the level, and more carnival tokens based on the level from all sources, respectively. For spooky hook, increase the chance of spooky sea creatures. So this is going to be a nice little enchant, and increases carnival tickets. So, respectively as well. Purple Vogue, grants a chance for green candies to drop purple candies in their place, and also the cost is the carnival tickets as well. And trick or treat enthusiast increases the chance of finding trick or treat chests and party chests by 0.5 and 0.1 per level. And for the Jerry's Workshop, we have Present Connoisseur 1 through 5, which helps you gain more gifts from all sources at the max level costing 250. Ice Hook 1 through 5, which increases the chance to catch winter sea creatures at the max level 10, costing 250 carnival tokens. Red Fade 1 through 3, at the max level, giving you a 3% chance to be red gifts from any gift drops, and costs 400 carnival tickets. And Professional Gifter 2, which has a 10% buff to more coins and skill XP from gifts, costing 1,000 carnival tickets. So that's going to be expensive. For the mining fiesta, we have refined mine 1 through 5, which at level 5 gives a 10% extra chance to find refined minerals and glossy gemstones during a fiesta, costing 250 carnival tokens. Fortunate festivity 1 through 5, which gives you a 25% mining fortune buff during the fiesta, which costs 250 carnival tokens. Powder hoarder 1 through 3, which gives you a 6% more gems, so powder buff basically, 6% powder buff of all types of powder during the fiesta for 400 tokens. Titanium tenacity 1 through 2 at level 2, giving you a 6% increase in a chance of finding titanium during a fiesta, costing 1,000 carnival tokens. And for the fishing festival, we have fishing prodigy 1 through 5, giving a 10 fishing wisdom at the max level, costing 250 carnival tokens. Shark sonar 1 through 5 at the max level, giving a 10% increase to catching a shark, costing 250 carnival tokens. Denture collector 1 through 3 at level 3, giving a 30% increase of chance to drawing shark teeth during the fishing festival, costing 400 carnival tokens. And I have no idea to say this. Elasmo branchy affinity 1 through 2 at level 2, giving a 100% chance for sharks to drop +1 fin during the fishing festival, which would cost you 1,000 carnival tokens at the max level. Okay, they're gonna track all your carnival rewards and game attempts. To make a cumulative stats for your carnival games yearly. And at the end, each time a carnival is held, Chantelle, with the NPCs here, refreshes the objectives for players to complete and gives players rewards for completing each objective. If you played a carnival game at least once, they keep track of your high scores by this fish, which would be Quapselbound. Sorry. Let's scroll back up here. Close Foxy. For Diaz, we have a new perk called Volume Trading. Sorry. Double the item quantity from Shen's auctions, which allows more people to purchase more items. 2 additional Shen special auctions will be held, so more auctions, more items in the economy, prices may go down. The new event perk called Stock Exchange, Diaz is bringing more stocks into circulation. So the prices have already crashed from once being around 20 mil to being 11 to 8 mil right now. So if you have these, I wouldn't recommend purchasing them. They're probably going to go lower, but they may spike up when the update drops due to their being needed on hand. But I wouldn't invest in them. And a new perk called Long-Term Investment. The elected minister will appear in the next election with all their available perks. Oh, so that's really good. So if Diaz wins the election, the minister has all their perks that were options, not just their minister perks. So more Shen's auctions and Stock of Stocks now have a use for golden fragments, Avaricious chalice, and freshly minted coins, all having a use in different things. For their coins, it'll be used in the scavenger ring, which will now be an artifact, and the relic coins, which now be an artifact, will now be a relic, and scavenger 6, which would cost 20 stocks of stocks. The current prices, that would be around 200 mil, or am I mistaken? 200 mil, yeah. So golden fragment, you need 3 stocks of stocks and 8 golden fragments to upgrade one of the following: your Daedal Sacks, which is now revamped, Mighty Sword revamped, and Mighty Staff revamped. And the Chalice, it costs 50 stocks of stocks, and you use the Chalice to upgrade your Emerald Ring to the Emerald Artifact, and your Crown of Greeting to the Crown of Avarice. And yes, so obtaining stock of stocks, you're now able to obtain them via bidding, and I believe via off the ground somewhere. The auctions are global. Every 10 hours, the top 100 bidders receive 25 stocks of stocks, following by 12 stocks of stocks for top 500, 10 for top 1,000, and so on. So you now have to bid on the stocks of stocks, which means the price may go up. But I wouldn't invest in them. I would keep any you have now, but I wouldn't put any money into it unless you're willing to take a risk. Winning an item from Shen's auction also gives you 10 stocks of songs, which is a nice little change. And the relic of coins, which you need the golden fragments for, or sorry, not the golden fragments, the freshly minted coins. You're able to drop a stock of stonk every 60 seconds with a 1 in 40,444 chance. And there's an NPC now letting you edit the monetary value of your Midas staff and Midas sword. You can now increase the price, add more coins to it, and increase how valuable that weapon is. For Derpy, the last mayor, it's short. There's nothing on Derpy other than you're able to use auction house during him now, but there's a increase in taxes, so you will be losing more money if you do buy stuff during Derpy. But I think the fact that you're able to purchase anything at all is a good change. And then this little campaign poster is for anybody logging in during the alpha to help test. You will be rewarded with this item. Again, I mentioned this earlier, and if you complete this checklist, you earn the campaign poster, I believe. So yeah, that's really everything that I had to go over, I believe. I personally think that the minister system is going to be really big and prevalent, and think that Foxy and the Carnival are going to have a big effect on how the game is played, just because of the new items and how people are going to vote for mayors and such. And that it's going to be, I believe, new talismans. Not talismans, sorry, new equipment. And a few new talisman upgrades, which will also increase magical power for people for a cheaper cost. I doubt this is going to be incredibly expensive to take part in. But so Marina, Diana, Finnegan, Cole, Foxy, Diaz, and Derpy are the main mayors that have received a change or a revamp. Again, I think this is going to have a pretty major effect on the voting process of the mayors and just the overall circulation of mayors. There won't be just repeated like Diana, Marina, 3 Perk, Cole, Diana, Aatrox, Diana. It's going to be more spread out and spontaneous. It's going to be like Foxy. Then we're going to have Finnegan, maybe Diaz, then Marina, then Diana. It's going to be a change. So things like Chimera may go up in price due to things like Chimera may go up in price due to Diana being less common in the circulation. That will be all for today. Let me know your opinions down in the comments, how you feel about this update. If you're still here, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching all the way through. Drop a like to show that you watched everything, or leave a little comment down saying I was here, or say pineapple to show that you watched through the whole video. I'll give your comment a little like, and I won't forget your name. I'll mention you in the next video as a little shout out. Thanks again for watching. Please, again, drop a like, drop a sub, do anything you want to show support to this video, and have a good day.